Hello everybody and welcome here on this beautiful Saturday evening. My name is Samu. I will be the host for this first series of Division 3 today, where we see Munchies going up against Lazer Sharks, and joining me in the terms of casting is one who played one of the semifinals, Halcon06 from Blackheart's Booty Call.
Hello.
And on the other side we have Vala, who casted the other one, so a lot of information
Hello.
from the casters here today.
We're very smart. Trust us.
Yeah, we know stuff.
Also, one thing we already know is the map draft, of course. So, jumping over to it, we have bans against Dragonshire and Volskaya Foundry by the Lazer Sharks, Munchies removing Garden of Terror, Towers of Doom, and then as the map choice, we do have Tomb of Spider Queen by the Lazer Sharks.
If you need a map draft screen, I can lend one to you. I have. Oh, here it is. I mean, it's too high quality for me.
Perfect. Though. It's perfect though.
So, the Munchie map guns, from what I know, it's what they banned currently. It's probably, I'm pretty sure they banned towers against us, and probably Garden too, though I'm not so sure about that one. But it's nothing too out of the ordinary from them.
I'm very happy that we don't get to see Volskaya in Garden, because holy shit, those maps.
Yeah, we might actually finish this series in time, guys. Don't worry, the long maps.
Surely.
Two of them.
I mean, there is still,
Ultra Rock, yeah.
We're on Tomb. This can go forever as well.
Yeah, Tomb, really.
Tomb. Alright, so Tomb. I assume Junkrat and Joanna are gonna be super hard private, because both of these teams play them and like them, and they're really good on the map too. I'm not sure if Valera is gonna be through. But
Yeah.
might be cool if she is.
Yeah, can probably be fun, right? Interrupting rotation, just being annoying.
Yeah.
Let's see. And of course, Munchies side, we do have Mila with her Chromie, Griefus with the Hogger, and Step Kill with the potential for the Valera. But a lot of OTPs
the
coming out there.
Yeah.
I'll assume it's gonna be
There
a
you go.
Chromie Hogger ban.
So first
Or
pick.
maybe they pick one of them away.
I mean, I doubt they'd let Hogger through, because Munchies have first pick, so they're obviously going to pick Hogger if they have the chance.
Yeah.
Or the Chromie, of course, as well.
Like, I assume it's gonna be a Chromie Hogger ban from the side of Lazer Sharks, unless there's something prepared. Mephisto goes down. Another OTP pick that has to get banned.
I wonder if we'll see a variant ban coming from the Munchies, considering in the semifinals, Lazer Sharks has been absolutely spamming the hell out of variant and getting very, very
Garrosh.
strong results with it. Garrosh, is it?
Why are they banning Garrosh?
I don't know. Maybe they have a plan that loses to Garrosh, but I don't know what kind of plan that would be.
Don't think Munchies have ever played Garrosh this season, at least.
Maybe it's BM.
I don't know. Well, here's
Maybe
comes the variant ban.
It's a misclick. Maybe it's a misclick. They try to type Greyfus, hoping it would get out Hogger, and then they.
Surely that's it. So this is probably gonna be one of the OTPs, still Chromie or Hogger. It's gonna be
Hey, and we let Hogger through. We're not scared.
And Chromie.
I don't necessarily understand why Valera would be second banned. I don't think Munchies ever pick it early in draft.
Yeah.
So I would just third ban it here.
And on top of that, you have a Lucio player, right?
Yeah.
Lucio looks like a nice Valera countermeasure to me. And here's
Johanna
Johanna
first
first pick. Ignore the Hogger.
That does make sense. Like, it is pretty highly valued with both of these teams, the Johanna. And it's also good on the map, so I understand why they want to prior that. Let's see if these guys yoink the Hogger. It's gonna be the Lucio from them.
Lucio and probably Hogger, I suppose.
Yeah?
Maybe
I don't
Blaze
know.
also an option.
Yeah. Probably one of the prior offers. It's gonna be
It's
May.
what? But you
May
don't
also-
need to pick May. You need to do that to yourself.
Okay, Hogger goes out for Griefus.
Yeah.
I'm taking it off
Chromie.
because
I'm
anyway.
pretty sure they're very
This-
happy with this 2-3.
Yeah, definitely. They get everything they want. I feel like just got
Yeah.
from this.
But
3
why
very comfort
May?
heroes.
Like, I would have
don't
understood,
know.
like picking May against Daigas to deny it from him, but he already has Johanna, so you don't care.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Maybe they want to match the wave clear, like have both times double soaking and just brawl bot lane. I've seen these teams do that sometimes, but I don't know.
Now we ban Mephisto, Nazeebo, and Descartes Coin has nothing to play.
Are they gonna ban the Ziva?
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I would expect so. Or maybe Blaze would just be a standard ban as well.
Actually, probably.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
still-
ban Blaze, right, there's still Irrel, there's still 10,000
Yeah,
of
but I
energy.
don't think they play Rel.
And there's no second bunker. It's also a big defense tool you could follow in. And
Yeah,
May Blaze, really stable front line.
Yeah, true.
But let's see, we do still need both DPS and the offlane from Lazer Sharks or the Munchies. They still need the second DPS and the healer block in.
What? But why do you pick Tychus into Johanna though?
Because they are, like, he's pretty much a one type, so he always picks it. And the Ziba, yeah, as you said.
Nazibo as expected.
Yeah.
And they're keeping offlaner for last. Maybe they have something spicy to show us.
Yeah.
And actually, Stukov is a good pick here because, I mean, not going to
it's
punish you
comfort.
for having no clans, right?
Yeah, it's also like turbo comfort. Like they're picking all their one tricks.
Nekako, yeah.
Yeah.
And not Serial from Stab.
Avala, which is
Avala.
also a hero he usually plays. Like he played every game in our semis, I think. Yeah. So I think Munchies are very happy.
Yeah, I think
Unless
they
they're
have
really
everything
upset by this last pick.
Yeah, but I mean, what could it be to upset?
I mean,
I can't
offlane,
think of anything.
Leo is up, Ural is up.
Yeah, but those don't. I mean, they're good, but they don't really
That's
change how this
scary.
draft is done. Like, you don't need to last pick them. So, simply the
Nope.
hack.
The Haka.
Well, I don't see what does any of these drafts do, but Munchies have all the comfort stuff. So,
Yeah, I think Munchies just have strong heroes, right? They have
Yeah.
high stats, so they just win the fights because they do more damage and
yeah.
have more HP or something.
I'm not sure how Laser Sharks want to play fights with this. Like, Titus can't do shit at Johanna. I guess he can just Odin, but that's all he does. Not exactly sure they ever kill anyone. Besides, maybe on 20, I sold into the Naziba Spirit. Maybe that's their angle.
Indeed, let's see.
Indeed,
Hugo's gonna
counter
blame
plus
your
one.
all free loss on Istre, your drafter, if they lose actually now with Chromie Hogger. Let's see, as we're loading into game 1, 2 Spider Queen, and both pretty strong draft. As Vala mentioned, I agree with all the confidence out of Munchies, so they will definitely
Yeah.
know how to play their heroes.
Yeah,
On
but,
the other side, pretty rough for most of them, but
I mean, I think they did get comfort picks, right? Laser Sharks too, but
But they're less
I'm
good
not
comfort picks, except Lucio and maybe the Haka.
yeah.
yeah,
Well-
strongest hero in the game. Thank you, finally someone agreed. Yeah, let's go! We're soon to be done loading into this first game.
Okay, guys, I want to bet how many times will Makaku DC this series?
At least one time per game.
That is what happened in the semis, I think. So, yeah.
Oh, did he find the cure? There's no way.
He
Anyways,
did it.
let's see as we go into game number 1 on Timo Spider Queen with Munchies and Lazer Sharks.
And we see the spiders on Ziba already. No toads, would have been fun.
Wait, Hogger is questing too. Interesting.
Yeah, she's always questing.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's very good, but I respect
Don't
it.
think it's very good either, but
It's fun.
Begins in 10 seconds.
introduce first, do we need to?
On the blue side, we have the Munchies with Makaku on Stukov, Griefus on Hogger, Step Kill on Vala, Glagas on Joanna, and Milo on Chromie.
And on the red side we have the Laser Sharks. Did I cut you off? We have
No,
Tom
no.
Boy on May, we have Decathlon on Nazibo, Pluck on Tychus, Botsakath on the Haka, and Commissar 16 on Lucio.
Also get a cube of Chromie. Gets me to believe that she's going into Sand, which I guess is reasonable because you're playing into Lucy.
Yeah. And on top of that, Sand is actually not bad at all against Lucio. If he gets stuck in the tent, it's just a corpse. Okay, May gets a combo off already. Mekaku is very dead, yeah.
Good one by the May.
It's first blood already. And my Stab is getting bitten to death by spiders. Also, the Haka is enduring.
Yeah, he's not race carding, which is pretty boring. But I guess I see the reasoning behind it. Like, you kinda don't care about the Chromie anymore.
Did you ever care about the Chromie? I think it's more the Chromie that cares about you if you're race carrying at all.
And that's true. Like, I would pick race car, but I get the reasoning behind this pick also. Any other potentially grief talents? No. It's fine. May gets caught, but Joanna gets caught, but she has her D button, so she doesn't care. Munchies are already on their account, and Lazer Sharks are gonna be pretty late on it. May's gonna go help instead.
We have chronic conditions on Chromie the slow. Interesting. Lucio is doing Lucio things, which is interrupting rotations. Finally, somebody that does it.
I mean, I don't know why would you play Lucio and not do that. May's going. She hits
that combo. She barely catches Miller. She gets bitten by the spiders. She has still armor though from the camp.
It's good. Taking Infinity usually take this camp. Munchies have a free reign to push here.
Yeah, like Tychos on camp XD. Okay, they did it eventually, but they're going to lose the wall here.
Lose the wall. It's really big for her.
And they actually got poked quite a bit as well. So it's going to be tough for them to push that into Chromie.
Yeah, it's... Unless something incredible happens, like Munchie should get a free defense here at their wall.
Biotic armor on Stukov. We have physical armor to block the Tychus % damage XD and the Lucio Mosquito. It's very high value talent, trust.
Not sure about that one, but okay. It's gonna be a Master Assassin, like he knows he's only gonna be useful at noting, because honestly he's just going around that. Everything else seems standard. Stations. First Bay. Later Sharks are ahead by 10 gems, but nobody's paid any in yet. Fogger and the Hackett brawling around that bottom pay point.
So it takes a lot of damage from like 2 Vala auto attacks. So be careful with that.
Yeah.
The Death Dealer is going to...
It's gonna hurt, yeah.
Kill him, yeah.
Nice, looking for something.
Yeah, nice interrupt though by Dagas, stopping the E.
Actually in a bit of a
The
dangerous position.
Stroke of Silence, that's their skill, is Eing into Nazibo wall. It's going to be fine though.
And both teams getting each other kind of low, but nothing really happening.
Yeah,
Now nobody has mana, so they...
But yeah, I think the Munchies are happy with that. They want to trade, and somehow they caught up on experience from that as well. I don't know. Maybe some waves dropped.
But the Hackett did get his gems in bot side, which is pretty good for Lazer Sharks. Hogger still has to pay his 20. So he might get it in now. I probably will. On the top side, another brawl going on.
See another exchange. May combo misses. She's now stuck behind enemy lines. And
Why
that's
May try
kill.
to combo Vala? That's a very good idea.
And that's kill donated back. Oh, but Hogger died 1v1 to the Haka on bot side. The Haka is like 2 HP. But, yeah.
Yeah. It's the classic the Haka thing. A Hogger runs it down, tries to kill him, and then gets licked to the towers and gets 100 to 0.
But by the looks of things, Hogger did manage to pay her gem.
Yeah, he did.
So we're fine, at least.
Yeah,
Like, it's not too much of a disaster.
Off of this, top side, so...
And Hogger will be on time to push with the thing. So.
Yep,
Like-
so that's from XP bot, but that's fine. Nothing too...
Nothing is lost besides, you know, some ego points.
True. So, let's see what Munchies are able to get with this bay.
I'd say not.
May is going to side
Well,
lane? Question
Actually,
mark?
clear is not that great
No.
for Red Team. Actually.
Okay.
Oh.
May is so useless into the Johanna, I don't know.
When is
Yeah,
May not useless? Sorry, I got
I mean, sometimes.
every now and then. When you have to fight on the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, another combo, another miss. Dagas doesn't have D though, so he has to be careful.
Yeah, but this board is probably gone.
sorry,
Look,
gets
on,
Luke,
or
it's
Connor is
Luke.
gonna die. No,
Gonna
Chrome-
die.
Oh, he is gonna die. Yeah.
But
Chrome was missing, but he dies anyway.
Loop against Lucio, actually Tompa Boy is also like 2 HP, thankfully.
And he might have just picked it because he saw a kill before 10. I don't know why he went Q-build then.
But he's going to, I mean, she's going to play without an ult for the next like 8 levels once Red Team gets 10.
Yeah. That is true. But I mean, it still gives CDR, and
Yeah, true.
arguably Sands isn't that useful
And-
here.
I guess forcing, like you can still somewhat get value if you manage to like use it when high fives on cooldown.
So now
Please.
they get the counter play. But
Yeah.
Munchies are actually on time with this camp, which is going to be really huge in defending it.
Yeah. Johanna could have delayed the pay a bit, but I guess she didn't want to take any risks.
I mean, killing the pay here is also fine, I think. Like, you get a good defense with the camp you're doing, so maybe she just
Yeah,
didn't
and
want
actually
to.
there's a big wave crashing on top.
Yeah, this pay is a pretty bad timing from Little Shorties. It is gonna get absolutely destroyed here, and top is pushed behind the fort, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard for them to get that
The
lead.
Haka is flanking, so we still have to be careful if we're Munchies. Okay, they know now.
Yeah. Are they gonna just
Tommy
5-man
completes the
win?
quest. Fire spec achieved.
Okay, are there any grief ults real quick? There's Horrible.
It's hold up ult, but she always picks hold up ult, and she'll pick hold up ult 20 as well. Stukov gets zombie walls.
There
Here
goes
comes
the
the...
Xeno. It doesn't do damage yet though.
Yeah. And Blessed Shield interrupted it. Kind of a bad Blessed Shield. And actually Stukov also panicked the triple slap, so
Yeah.
overall nice trade. That gas actually doesn't have these.
The May auto attack finishes it off. He went a bit too far there and had no blinds for the Tychus left, so he's.
And Mila actually gets booked in by the Tychus.
Yeah. May is tanking the 4.
Eight. Nikaku is in trouble.
May is tanking everything. Tychus might die too, actually.
Yeah, actually, the
The silence.
barely. But
Not-
wait,
not
Griffiths, the hero, with hold up holds.
perfect.
Come on.
Unlucky. May kind of misplayed that. I think she could have not tanked the keep wall towers and survived, but she went a bit too far.
They got 2 kills for it though, so it's still worth it.
Yeah.
Or even
It's
3 if you count the initial kill on Johanna.
Yep. And that much is really close to another page. Johanna is in here. Okay. I want to rant about this Johanna level 7. It's absolutely a red card here. Into Lucio.
True.
I don't like it in any scenario, but into Lucio, please don't.
Actually, maybe it works on May, you know, when she presses D, you Q her, and then she doesn't heal.
That's true, but I don't think that's a
And I guess the Haka essence is also affected by this.
You're never gonna get it on the hard.
Yeah, I agree, like it's...
it's like melee range and 75% reduction, but you can have like permanent movement speed instead, which is very big in the tank.
Yeah.
But anyway, rant over, Munchies have paid
13 is
for the
in.
second time. Top is getting really pushed.
I have the root on... Lucio will just cleanse that. Okay, that's actually never mind, the game walks into it. Yeah, I take it back.
Very good catch by Mikaku there. I feel like he always picks the root.
Very nice done. And actually the initial stun from stab was big as well.
Yeah, good catch by them. Maybe they're slightly out of position, and she can't press her D because she took off. So.
They're getting every forge, right? Bot is going to die. The Haka on the zone doesn't have the chance, the kill for that. It's on top of that, it's armor.
Yeah, I mean, if
I can actually
the fort's not gonna die. But Munchies will probably rotate down there and kill it at some point. Not difficult.
Open top keep as well, which might be a good deal. Oh, good.
Munchies is in a really good position right now.
I only noticed that it's good vibrations on Lucio, which is not bad. It's the shield.
Oh yeah. Sure. I have no idea what Lucio talents are, so I never played that hero.
With the level 4 and like the Q level 4, you can trade infinitely with people and get perma shields, and they don't damage you.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah.
It's kind of good.
I'll trust. You've played Lucio before, I remember. Let's go in top lane. Johanna getting a bit damage, but she'll be fine. She's Johanna. Daka does get half his gems in, secures the pay for later shards. Let's see if they're able to secure a fort. Mid is probably going to fall. Probably.
Yeah. Some especially Odin is on cooldown actually. No, they used it on the defense.
Yeah. They gave up their position on the camp, so maybe they can't even get the mid fort. Zimba chooses to prioritize bot lane instead, which is fine.
Yeah, bot will take a while to do anything.
So mid gets insta cleared.
Top might be in trouble,
here,
so
so...
a good way to...
No, this... I think the laser charts are in big trouble here.
Yeah, actually they... Oh, the Blessed Shield missed, so...
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. So I guess...
I'm not sure what Zebo has gotten bought when you have a global on your team. I guess he wants stacks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get.
It's
some
almost
part
done
really
once
like
it's
his
done.
wall.
That might be there.
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't think getting done matters.
What's that?
I will report him if he doesn't pick up this turn, but I think that's the only win done. I don't understand this Hogger W build with Hordabolt. That's pretty illegal to my eyes.
Wait, at 7, she's going to go 20 Horda Pult, and then like the Horda Pult thing, like the D, it will start throwing Ws at people.
Yeah, I know it works. I just don't think it's good at all.
I don't think it's good either, but
I mean, the hero is still broken, right? But like, you're missing out on the garbage fire, which is really huge with Hordabolt. And
or just Shockwave, which is really
also
huge.
really good. Yeah, if you go this build, I feel like W build is a Shockwave build. Most of the time. And when you pick Hordabolt, you can pick Q16 and garbage fire, but anyway.
16
Much
almost.
16,
Yeah.
but
That's not-
they can't find
16
anything.
almost in for. I mean, they're like 15. Okay, now they're 16. And actually, that's going to help a lot with. Like for Lucio, right? He gets up the frequency, which is an insane
Oh
talent.
yeah, that's really huge, yeah. John has to pay for the Munchies, which means they can't really do it, because if she's not delaying, they have no front line. I guess Hogger can do this.
And Hogger is just 1v3.
He's getting blinked. Odin gets popped, they want the fight here. Hogger is
This is
very low. Gets
Snowball.
nice though.
Yeah, I would.
Wait, Main gets Snowball, she hasn't used it yet.
True.
Okay, well, forget everything I said about Iceball and Zebo being their win con. Not anymore, I guess.
Yeah, it's Snowball into a zombie wall on 3 people. Hogger is destroying Tychus on the side. Tychus actually doesn't have a high 5. Blast Shield is huge,
yeah.
it's 3.
Yes,
And it's a
disaster.
disaster. And Nazibolt is kinda threatening. Here comes the Horda Bolt in the back line. They had
Yeah,
Griffiths had no Q though, so it's like a Horda Bolt
and
with the book.
Munchies get boss and pay.
Yeah, that's
Maybe not pay, but boss for sure. Probably get the pay.
probably
too.
fair. Yeah. I guess.
Uh,
Actually, paid now. Maybe a bit early.
If the Dagger Sharks don't get 20 and lose now, they are fucked. They need to put their 20s, I think. Ogun 20 and Azebo 20 are both really powerful, and if they lose
Yeah.
before they get it,
Oh, what?
it's gonna be
What
pretty
is-
sad.
Okay, so Chromie is going Piercing Sands, but then I don't understand the purpose of loop at all. Like double loop into Lucio is actually the one way that you fuck him, right?
Yeah, maybe she just wants to spam Q and thinks Slowing Sand won't do anything, but whatever. Wait, Stukov is going Super Strain. Why?
Because if Mei lands a stun, which might happen in like 10 years,
It will heal once.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the
Okay.
snowball, here we go! We
What,
used it!
another snowball? May
It
misses
did
the
nothing.
combo after it. All a good hero.
That's a nice Horda Bolt. The cleansed by Lucio is pretty good.
Nazeebo's getting looped.
He's
That's
getting
not
looped
good
and
as well.
doesn't have I5. Okay,
But,
Core is the hero. The
Core
Core
is
is
the
the
powerful. And they're gonna hold.
yeah, the
like,
Core will not die here.
takes a bit of damage, but
But
the
they're
keeps
like losing
are
every
fucked. May's going
Wait,
back in. What?
Mei? That's hopeful. Decker Coin will probably die to Valor damage as well. No, it's fine.
It's fine.
Stab is
Yo,
actually
that's
the one
Mei,
dying.
but
The
we'll
Core
die
is
to the
dying.
core.
Oh no.
Huh?
Isolation on Hogger.
Does that Hogger is in there?
Okay.
You can just spin out.
Where's
Hakken,
the
and
no?
the
It's the
other hand
Hakan
is
is fucked.
Get pummeled by the Scromy. And Titus also gets
Chromie
sniped.
catches.
Okay, the game is over.
And yeah, the game is over. GG's.
Okay.
Munchies took a very commanding game 1. Even they didn't hit 20.
Indeed.
Pig is spamming how May is useless in the chat. After this game, I might agree. Well, not
I mean-
completely.
Yeah,
Fuck.
May having a really hard time in this game number 1, not able
Yeah,
to
like,
find
I'm
any
not
good
sure how-
snowballs, any good flanks or whatsoever onto this opponent's team here.
And
Like, she
remember
can't
that it
touch
was
the
their second
Valash.
pick, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, she can't touch the Vala, she can't touch Hogger, she can't touch Dorana, so I'm not sure what the point is of second picking May, knowing your opponent likes these kinds of heroes.
Maybe it's also a hero pool diff, right? Because, I mean, when I casted the Sharks on Thursday, they only ever picked Johanna and Varian.
Yeah,
And one was picked and the other was banned.
maybe.
So maybe it's like
Oh, in any case, Munchies are now up on in the series. Maybe all the heroes they play will get banned. Surely Lazer Strikes will learn. Or maybe they'll
Yep.
just try something else interesting.
Indeed.
Actually,
Let's
I-
see
I-
for map number 2. As in terms of map itself, we do have Laser Sharks now with the choice between map pick and first pick. They decided to go for the first pick, so we're gonna see Munchies pick up a map here. What do you think they're gonna go for, Vada?
I have no idea.
Munchies are picking. They're probably gonna go Shrines, I'd say. They like the map, at least into us, but maybe that's because we had a shit win rate on Shrines and everyone likes Shrines into us. So or BOE. They also pick BOE a considerable amount. So and
Maybe they go wild and pick Sky.
maybe that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, on top of that, isn't Sky like a decent value map since it's kind of wide and she can roam
It
freely?
is, but I think you'll pick Valera on any map if it's open. To be honest.
True, it's such a broken hero.
Well, he won't pick it early, but if it's good, and he'll pick it on any map, I think.
Yeah.
At least as far as I remember from our scrims, where we left Valera open, and then third ban it every game we played against them. BOE this.
Actually,
So, BOE. Probably gonna see
Yeah,
Kurove
it's
if
probably
it's
fine, right? On top of that, if you go BOE and force Tompa Boy on May,
Yeah,
it's another shit map for it.
it is. I mean, I won't say Tomb is a shit map for it, but the
True, but May is a shit hero.
Okay. uh,
I mean, looking at his profile, he also has CTC pretty high.
Yeah, but that doesn't make things much better.
I guess.
PC is not a bad hero, but he just dies.
yeah, if ETC is good, he can be very good, but he can also be completely useless. So we'll see what they decide to go for. Looks like Munchies are going with the same roster again. Griefus is in. So I'd once again petition Laser Sharks to ban Hogger, Chromie, and third ban Valera, but we'll see what they end up doing.
Yeah, I'd agree. And I think that the ban choice from Munchies was probably correct. Like even on BOE, you might you probably ban Mephisto.
Yeah,
Because-
Nice. I mean,
I
it's
mean,
a hard
like,
map
right.
for him, but
I mean, I'm
I
not
guess
sure
it
how
can
good
work.
it
Yes,
is,
but the alternative is Nazeebo. So would you rather see Mephisto or like Nazeebo on BOE?
honestly, it's a good Nazeebo draft. I don't hate
Yeah.
Nazeebo.
yeah, actually Nasibo on this map, to be fair.
Uh,
Because, you know, spiders actually don't do quite some damage to Immortal, if you get it on it.
yeah,
Okay,
and you don't care about stacks because the old 20 upgrades are good either way. So
But we have Venom for the Munchies. Tygas has been benched.
oh, Digas has been benched. That's actually interesting. They don't usually do this, but I guess then they can't really contest the tank hero pool as much because it's not. Wait, okay, he
And
left.
they kick Venom.
It's gonna be
Get Tygas
Digas.
back.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He slammed his fist on the table and get the
Yeah.
fuck
There
out
we
of my
go.
lobby. I'm
Yeah.
playing.
Tiger's back in, so. Let's see.
Also, Samu, very nice Christmas hat, I must say.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, it's the last weekend I cast
very-
before Christmas, so
It's
you
a
know.
very long Christmas hat.
Yeah,
Like a
It is
Christmas
indeed.
hat.
Alright. So,
so.
uh,
What map did they pick?
And now
Yes,
Gryphus
yeah.
was kicked from the lobby.
Epic BOE, yes.
And now
Venom
Venom
is coming
replacing
in?
Gryphus.
Yeah, okay, so Venom is in, Griffiths is like, that's the only two players that swap. So Venom, he's a Rexar, pretty much one trick. He really likes it, and I farmed him a lot. Well, same with the Norwegian Drexler player. I don't remember his name, but he always picks it in also.
Fantanalia.
I remember like when the games we play against Drexler, Drexler always ends up with like 6 or 7 deaths on Dragon Shard. Anyway, enough about Drexler. Oh, he's probably gonna pick it. Do we know what else he plays besides Drexler? Remember?
I do not.
His match history is only ARAM. He
We
plays
know what
actually,
he
yeah,
plays.
Artanis played Artanis against us in scrims, I remember.
Oh god.
Stop ignoring him for the insane Artanis on BOE.
Yeah, it might actually be a thing.
I mean, it's the only map where it's actually viable, so probably.
I wouldn't say it's viable. Like, it's not because you say that if you're going to pick Artanis on one map, it's BOE, then you have to pick Artanis on BOE, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
Artanis
saying,
is like his highest level offlaner, so.
It's still a shit hero. Don't get me wrong, but this is the only map where you can pick him, and it's not completely.
but that doesn't mean you have to, you know? Like, it's like saying that if you're going to pick Nova on the map, it's Hanamura. That doesn't mean that you should do it.
No, we won with Nova on BOE. Where's this Nova? It's a winning card.
Well, that's Warzone when you need his Nova. Come on. Anyways,
Garrosh
Garrosh.
again. The Laser Sharks just ban Garrosh
Really
by
scared of
default.
it. Maybe. But they didn't
Maybe
do
they
it
hate the
yesterday.
hero.
No, I don't think Munchies have ever played Garrosh. Might be wrong, but
Maybe they're scared of like they want to play Diablo and then they change their mind to play Mei because who knows? At least you don't have to ban Hugger anymore. You can ban Chromie now.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, no, it's still ban
the
Valera.
Valera. I don't know why they're not third banning Valera. Like they're not gonna pick Valera early.
But yeah, we do see
Dude.
Munchies banning on Devarian again.
Yeah.
Do you leave Mephisto open on this map or do you?
I would leave it open honestly, but I don't know what they will decide. Like Munchies will get some comfort anyway. Like Johanna, Valera, Chromie, Hogger are all open. Like Hogger doesn't count because the guy's not playing. But
Banning Lucio makes sense.
yeah.
Very annoying
It's
hero. And
gonna
he
be
has
just
first
the
pick
first
Johanna.
pick. Surely the series is not gonna be just first pick Johanna every game. That's gonna be so boring.
Here we
It's
go.
Chromie again. They're leaving the Chromie open.
Maybe they banned the Lucio because they intend to pick Mei at some point.
Yeah, actually, Lazer Sharks
yeah,
have
that's-
never played Garrosh themselves. Never banned it before, so it's the first time they ban Garrosh.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing it. Dagus doesn't play Garrosh as far as I know. He plays Johanna and Mei, and maybe Diablo. So it's gonna be an Anduin. Nothing interesting.
Can be Genji now and make it interesting.
Do they play Genji?
I don't
They
know.
Genji.
I don't
Genji's
think
really good
so.
here, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be the Hogger.
But Hogger's also a pretty nice pick.
Yeah.
You spin in with a light bomb, and then you can just follow it up with your own shockwave. It's insane.
Yeah. So what's this gonna be like? Is it gonna be Mephisto third band or?
They don't like
Maybe.
Horde.
Maybe. I think it's very funny, surely.
I mean, I have no clue about World of Warcraft, but isn't Hogger also? No, wait, Hogger is a boss in the normal gameplay,
I
right?
think
I don't know.
Hogger is a creep. Hogger is not anything. Valaban?
I mean, he's for the Horde, but like the Horde H-O-A-R-D, you know?
Okay.
The Horde.
The other horde.
Yeah, the other Horde.
You know, the other one, there's two in the entire universe of Warcraft. Anyways, Vala banned from Lazer Sharks, not giving Cuba Vala the
Correct.
step kill to raise the immortal down.
We're preparing the Mephisto counterplay.
Uh,
And Chromie and Uberak. I mean, it's going to be Naziva,
That's not
right?
genre. Like the Haka, what?
Haka, good. I mean, it's pretty good, no, on this map.
I mean, I don't think he's bad on the map, no, but I think he's pretty bad into Hogger, Johanna, Anduin.
Um,
It's fine.
maybe
Actually.
you can cyber bully the backline. Like there are so many bushes and
Yeah.
tight corridors on this map. You can just speed at them and lick them.
But Hogger can also just kill you if you do that.
I mean, if Hogger is in his own backline, you know, like
Tracer.
oh, Tracer.
And what Mephisto?
Oh, Tracer
Lazer
Mephisto.
is
There we go.
definitely way better than Mephisto here, no? Like, what is Mephisto doing to Krogan
Yeah.
into this shit? He gets absolutely farmed.
But there's an
Maybe just
initial,
an
I
old bot.
guess.
But
Tracer is not bad at all, though.
No, Tracer is good. Tracer is good. I mean, if the player is good.
Yeah, if the player is good. Like a Nubarak cannot do anything to Tracer. Tracer is good,
Yeah,
and she can like free farm her bomb on his beetles.
yeah, Tracer is good. Good pick. But they do have no
Genji
race.
nice. They do play Genji apparently, and the Genji looks pretty good here. Like
Yeah.
Tracer and Mephisto do not touch him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, only thing which can actually hit you is Tracer, but you just deflect, I guess.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
actually
Genji.
works on team. Also, like
I
the
mean-
Mephisto W is nice to deflect for Genji.
Yeah. Like Genji
Or
has
you
a
just-
free game.
Yeah.
Unless he gets blessed and shockwaved. But it's not, probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Mephisto's gonna have a terrible game. So
I mean, even if he gets, I mean, okay, if he gets shockwaved, the Hogger damage should be enough to kill him. But if he gets blessed, I don't think Tracer Mephisto will kill him actually.
like you will get changes if you get blessed. No?
I guess
I mean,
less
next
shockwave
CC is
enough.
like the Anduin route. You
Yeah,
have
I'm doing root.
But then,
Potentially
then
right.
again, on the other side, there's
X-Strike,
Stukov,
you should
and
try.
he did
Yeah.
go for the when he gets stunned, get healed. I mean, he's on 16, so it's pretty late
Yeah,
into
but
the
you
game.
get
But still.
stunned first when you're full HP, so it doesn't like too much.
Well, anyway, I do
Well,
think
but
the
for the
Munchies
follow-up,
are
CC.
like have a very good draft here. I don't know what Laser Sharks are doing.
Indeed, let's see, as we do have map number 2 on its way, jumping into game. Take it away, Halkan and Vala.
So, we don't forget to do this. We have a step kill on Genji, Daigas on the Nubarak, Macaco on Stukov, Mila on Chromie, and Venom on the Hack.
And for the Laser Sharks, we have Botsakat on Hogger, Pluck on Tracer, Tompa Boy on Johanna, Deckard Coin on Mephisto, and Commissar 16 on Anduin.
It's W build Mephisto. I'm not sure about that here.
It's probably the right choice. Like, not necessarily you go W on 16, but just having W level 1 means that you don't actually get shit on early game. Okay, you do, but not as much.
I mean, you're gonna get shit on the whole game this draft, but
True.
I usually see all the Mephisto ultimates go Q build every game.
No, but I mean, you probably still go Q16. You just go W level 1 because other like the
Reasonable. Let's see what he does.
in theory the
Tracer's
Q on
actually
1
going
is
cutting gift. What? Oh,
it's like the other talent like 1-2 punch got heavily nerfed.
I guess
Fighting
that's
gift is
true.
not bad at all for trading.
I still don't like it. But whatever. My opinion doesn't matter. But he's got tissue regeneration. I think that's a bit of a yellow
Yeah,
card
I think
here.
that's yeah.
He needs to run at the back line, not the FK.
Mila is stacking at the speed of sound though. 7 stacks already on Q build.
And that's what being an ultimate does. You get good at hitting your skill shots. Hogger's taking the top. Dagger should be able to stop it. Unless he just tanks the whole minion wave and loses half his HP. Tracer's here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Tracer's
Just
yeah.
get traded.
I don't think Venom wants to step out there.
No.
Tracer can actually take him out quite easily.
Not
They could.
anymore. He's going down.
The Hacker is
That's
yeah,
terrible.
that's questionable. Didn't need to do that, and now top is like.
Yeah, top is pretty
Oh, on
fast
top
now.
of that, he's show. Yeah, this is not the play.
He's gonna be
No.
omega slow rotating because
He has to waddle all the way top. Thankfully, he did clear the wave before. Okay, no, he actually is losing like 3 globes. And Tracer
have a
can-
really good push here with Pro Beast.
Yeah, and on
And
top of that, Tracer
Tracer's
is still,
gonna struggle really hard to defend.
yeah, on top of that, Tracer is still in Africa.
Yeah,
Here she comes.
but Tracer also can clear the camp. She's doing very good damage on the Pro.
Yeah, good damage on Chromie. She actually
That's good. Good play by
pulled
her.
well. Yeah.
Pull out. Doc is licking the minions into towers one by one.
Eventually, they all die.
Wait, what? We see the globe talent on Mephisto on this map? That's a big question mark for me.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Genji going for the Q build.
And the Haka going one who collects. I guess
What?
it's they go to talent with. I don't fucking no, it's not.
I don't think it's in any way related to
Sorry,
level
no.
1.
That's yeah.
I guess he's doing camps? Okay.
I mean, like he was definitely on the cam this time.
Oh. That's
Maybe,
count how
you
many
don't
times
think-
it gets. It's a thing I usually do on the Oryx, pick the pink level for. Let's count how many many camps that the Haka does with this one. Noob is alone here.
He has E, right? He's fine.
Yeah.
On top of that, Tracer put the bomb on the queen. Like on
that's-
a
yeah.
on a bill now.
Now, Munchies are really far ahead in the race. They should be able to get this without issues.
I mean,
Tracer
their rest is
doesn't
just
race.
better, right? And
Racer is
especially
showing
like,
up because Munchies can just go. Nothing can happen to them,
they all die to Mephisto damage.
of course.
He missed from the guts. Mikaku is where is he? Oh, he's going. Oh my god, he got like the insane level 1 proc,
But
and
I guess
Venom gets pulled right on Venom. Stab
First
is
panic ease, I think she could have
okay.
stayed and killed the Nubarak.
Venom barely missed the kill on Johanna
then,
here.
It looked very beautiful, but in the end nobody died. They all ran out of 1 HP.
But Mikaku with the Giga Shot play, you know, like walking into 5 people
Yeah.
to press Ballista Spore, and actually it almost worked.
To be fair, like he probably knows there's that Johanna, Mephisto, and a Hogger there that can't
Yeah,
really do
they're not
anything to
dying.
it. Yeah, so like good understanding by him. Now, will we see the Happy who try to make a play up top?
And I guess with the tiny E. Sure, what was that? What that was about?
Mephisto not really getting the resets. Johanna randomly popping her need to go in. She might get punished for that later.
It's just
That was
there's actually
really
getting
good Mephisto.
destroyed. I guess 1 HP though. I guess the Immortal will not do much.
That's a little more than that, not much.
The Deckard coin takes so much damage. You got lucky though, because like if the Immortal does the stun a tiny bit later, actually he's in big trouble.
Yeah. Bot lane is just a brawl. Nothing happening.
Augur easily winning those. Okay, that's a lick, but we're not dragging him on the towers, so...
I think that's correct. Just let the minions on yourself skip it instead of trying to go get a tower shot. Not close enough for it. Again, she's going on the Mephisto. The Haka burrowing in. Barely misses.
Is that? Yeah, no, that will not come. You're right. Okay, that's
Wait,
a
he
pull.
pulls anyway.
Yeah, safety.
Even though
I guess it's a safety pull, right? Better safe than pregnant.
Yeah. But this the Haka burrow is also very poorly timed. Probably gets a lot of stuff for free down here.
It's getting the... And actually the creeps are damaging the towers. Yeah, there's no
Like
pull.
this wave is huge. Nobody's gonna
The
catch
Haka-
this. Hogger will get this for free.
And it's the speed bottom. It's using so much XP. Imagine you
Yeah.
have a global, right? And you use the global to lose XP.
Yeah. That's what he's been doing this game. Yeah, no, like Hogger got this camp for free.
Cryphus would have killed the wave. I guess no E. Can we punish him? Looks like we cannot. Miller gets rooted by Ando and no follow-up. Auto spawning in 5 seconds. Nothing to do on the map, so we just wank. The Haka is losing infinite HP to the minions.
Yeah. Why is he just telling to go into towers? Like, how does that make sense? Anyway, I'll stop flaming randomly.
Thankfully, actually, what
It's one
we
of
can
these
command.
non-tracer players. She picked this level 7.
I respect it, you know. Like,
Can't be bothered to press a random button.
I mean, you admit that it's too difficult for you, and
John is going a healing reduction again into a stew cob. Oh my god. Please get me out.
guess it blocks the D.
If you get it on the D, sure, it blocks it.
To be
30%
careful
of it
though,
at
we
least.
don't have level 10 yet. Get Shellake onto Johanna into the Immortal stun. I guess with the follow, yeah. Mila was getting zoned by Tracer. Actually, Tracer is very loud.
Yeah. The Mephisto is
This is
okay, but
doable.
it doesn't get anything.
He
Down
gets
Cocoon on the
Cocoon,
Mephisto.
though.
Disaster.
There is
It's
probably
a
a pull
disaster.
now. But he gets pulled,
Is there?
right? Okay, no, actually there is no pull.
Again, she
But,
misses the X-Strike on it.
He just had the-
Very, very big
Now we're
shotgun,
all
actually.
like 5 HP.
Yeah, that shotgun was huge on 4 people. We're kind of saving that disaster.
Yeah.
I feel like something went wrong, like nothing went in this direction. I missed him, Anu missed him. What he was doing.
Hogger gets stunned by the Immortal. Can we punish him? He's very low.
He's spinning,
He's spinning. With the
but Akka and Anu are all the Mephisto by themselves. While the damage is all
oh my god, that's so lucky! Look, the spin that gets
Genji
him
can
out.
get him.
Okay, Genji can get him, right? Oh,
Maybe not, he missed the lead.
okay.
Johanna
Johanna
died.
dies. Got but too many crummy spells.
Yeah,
That Hogger, saved by fate.
this is good.
Like the spin that just decides to be merciful and send him right to safety.
Yep, and the Immortal does get secured. But just calls, however, the Haka, he's fine. He just goes on the ground. Anoop goes in with his long E, but misses still.
Yeah, and now he's
Even on the Tracer,
couldn't
there is no
face
Anoop
that.
else.
Cheers.
Maybe the Lick is enough.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The silence was way too early. Vic is good though. Tracer is getting auto-attacked by the wave. Okay, she's fine.
Nice try, but also good in short on this because silence if that isn't interrupted.
That's a lick on Anduin, and they missed everything actually. Okay, still dies, but it's kind of funny.
Of course. It always when the Hag is played in this tournament, he always gets this super egregious licks and wins the game. That's
Yeah, like he licked, and then Anub missed the E2 follow-up, and then Genji missed the X-Strike.
actually as the resident Genji Otapane chat is pointing out, this is probably a Dragon Blade game. I agree. There's nothing that can really stop you. The Dragon Blade here.
I mean, X-Strike is never a bad pick, right? Like you're always safe. Okay, that's
But
like,
everyone has their stasis buttons. That shield going out, and Noob is probably
that's
dead.
dead end.
Stukov gets hit by 2, but I don't
He's
think they have any.
low. I
coolness
think it's
chase.
killable.
Maybe okay. Hogger gets a good spin on him.
Okay, no,
but he pushes him
Hogger
away.
just yeah, nice. Stab is building the
First is
backline.
going on
Yeah.
him, but I don't think
First is doing
he can kill him.
things.
Guarding the
Yeah,
enough.
almost. Yeah, very close.
Huh? Joanna, meanwhile, is side laning, as all Joannas do.
I mean, she caught up on XP, right?
Yeah, definitely her job to do that.
She used less shields, so I was like, okay, I'm no longer useful in the fight, I'm going to go south.
That's true. But she got the quest though. She got the. That's
Oh, true.
80% slows are coming in.
13 is almost in though, and that's actually going to be a very big power spike for Munchies.
Yeah. Noob,
Anub no E.
Let's see if we need
Kun on Johanna, maybe
Wait,
to
this
get
Mephisto is fucking enormous, but they don't do damage. Stukov might still die.
It's probably dead, yeah. Very nice pick.
I guess that's why Daiga's only plays Mei and Johanna, he can't hit his spells. Johanna's out of mana though, this card is vulnerable I think. But that's maybe still gets infinite resets. But yeah, they're gonna have to get out. Maybe?
Mephisto is actually probably going W build.
I don't know,
Because Shadow Fate 13 means that it's not actually going to be Q16 probably.
yeah, most likely.
Which is sad. Because Q16 is fucking broken.
It is, but it needs you to have a brain to use it. Unlike the rest of Mephisto's kit, so...
I don't think we're supposed to flame like that on main channel. Who cares, it's fun. Okay, Mephisto root this time misses. First time he's missed, I think. Massive Q again by Johanna, just rooting 3 people in the back, but no follow-up available because Mephisto had no cooldowns.
Yeah. Lubrak is already half HP.
So now we see a step kill caught on 4K, missing 3 Shingans in a row on the Immortal.
Let's. I mean, Munchies just have the infinite advantage in race, right?
Here's 4, here's 5, here's 6.
Even if he misses the Shingan,
it's okay, I mean,
just terrible. So they have Mephisto Tracer. Tracer doesn't even do damage with the level 7, so.
Also, the Haka with Primal Rage, which I get with the rest of the... Oh, okay. This is what you picked X-Strike for, unlucky. I guess
Yeah,
gets
Genji has
caught
started.
in the crossfire. Does he have
Totally
P? He
like
doesn't
this.
seem like he has E, so
Good to go shove though.
yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah,
get
it's
out.
actually hit Tracer. Tompa gets
Actually,
blown.
unpopular opinion, if John has movement speed there, he might be able to catch the W then. Get the kills. But he has healing reduction. Just again, why is the noob staying here? Okay, he's out. Well, after losing half his HP. And the model is actually gonna be
Yeah, it's going to
secured by Lazer Sharks. They got a really good engage off.
yeah. Nice done by
Not
Batsaka.
sure about how it was damn good or Genji just being in the middle of it, but
It started with the Hogger Q on Genji. Like he
Yeah,
got
yeah.
him into a wall and then follow up. What's the next execution? Probably Genji should never be in that kind of spot. But
yeah. Well, Immortal is here, but Hogger is still stuck boss, so this will not get that much value.
can I still say how much I dislike this level 13 on the Haka? Like I get that it's supposed to synergize with the rest, but it like you have good survivability in teamfights with the Haka because you just pop essence, but then if you do, like you have no 13, so you don't want to do it actually.
You
like
pop essence anyway, I don't take the talent. I
That's
take
it.
it sometimes.
That's why you go Hero Stalker.
On top
You
of
can
that,
get a
yeah,
kill,
Oh yeah,
you get
I mean-
mana, get essence back.
or like you're on BOE, you have bushes everywhere. Like you just go the talent, like the thing
Yeah.
that buffs, yeah, and the thing that buffs your damage of W when you go out of a bush, right?
On
Like you
BOE, I
actually,
would take that one, yeah.
like if you get to get Shillik on Mephisto and it's not interrupted, you actually like almost one shot him on your own.
I mean,
He's
you also
still
one
good.
shot on your own with the artifact talent. That's yes, you do.
Okay, that's
Okay,
now we all walk into-
Save him, and then walk
Yeah.
into that. Hogger gets a huge straight leg effect back out.
5 people walking straight into a light bomb. Very nice done actually by Commissar.
Yeah.
Like the defensive light bomb that everybody ran into.
I'm not sure why Munchies is even looking for the invade on the hard camp. That's never a good idea. And he had to use X-Ray defensively, so he had no ult.
Kind of panicky. All the control of the map that they had is starting to evaporate because of a few unfortunate
Yeah.
hints. But
Why is Johanna clearing this instead of Hogger? What? I don't understand why these people send Johanna as the offlane on the back.
because Hogger has a better engage.
No, he doesn't.
Almost ironically.
Blast is up. So no. If Blast was down, sure, I'll dig it. Wait, it's long lick. Okay.
Go. This time.
Of course it is.
Okay, this time though, Lazer Sharks have
Noob is actually going in again by himself.
Mephisto, but I doubt he can do anything to him. Tompa Boy is destroying the backline on
Just the ult
the side.
down.
Mephisto does it.
I'm not getting
And
good
actually,
vibes
Mephisto
alone
just
there.
gets into everything, forces a pull, still dies. Shockwave defensively, Light Bomb will completely miss.
I mean, that's the thing about Mephisto here, like, he can't heal and it's just not bad. He will get looped, cocoon, then everything.
Yeah.
He's very careful with
raid.
his position. And he has 5 stacks.
Stab is... Stab is hitting all the shin guns this time, what a game.
He's too good.
That's scary. 4v4.
In, but I think
Actually
I
going in the wrong way, Hogger.
Hogger fucked up. He's still
Something
fine.
weird, but yeah, should be fine.
Okay, that would be very hilarious if we just bounce backwards. Immortal is there, and Munchies have a pretty sizable lead on it because their comp is
And
better
they
at
have
it.
better race.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's not get
Genji is being hurt. Oh, doesn't even have time to press.
It's late, but
I guess he's Eing into middle of everything, so it's also bad. Okay. Mephisto gets looped, but I doubt he has any sort of trouble. Okay, we even used
No.
pull just in case. And Munchies have donated
Now what do you
lead
do
again.
with Munchies? I guess you go as you clear the bot cam. Sure.
But maybe I shouldn't call that a donation, honestly. Like, the Anubarak death was definitely a donation, but the
Yeah.
Genji was just well played.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to play Genji when Blast Shield is up. And to be fair, I don't think you ever front to back like that on Genji, like you're not in front of the Jana. But
You want to probably flank and get infinite value from your Q build. Chromie is still able to get some race at range, and it's not like Tracer will be extremely fast at it. Okay, that's a lick on Anduin. Very nicely done by Venom. Gets half HP on the healer. And Tracer is here now, so there is no race.
The Munchies will still get the Immortal because of how shit the race is from the other side.
They have a lot of range, so it's hard for the red team to zone them away.
That should be impressive now it is here.
Oh, she barely manages to get the...
Why did you wait so long on the flash shield? Like, it was a free kill, I think, if I pressed earlier.
Immortal is dead.
But Immortal is going over to Munchies because it hurts to play a no race comp on this map.
On top of that, like, if you go in a race comp, you're maybe like hoping to win team fights or macro or something, but this comp is going to do.
Lately, they are team fights, right?
True.
And
Mephisto 16 is kind of a big help, even if it's not the right one. Still a very good one. Can we get keep here? We have Shingan.
Yeah, we can. You might even be able to end with this Immortal if the Immortal is very strong.
He doesn't have the highest shield. You need to kill a lot of people if you want to. It's kind of scary to do that, actually.
They have no Immortal damage though, so they can just hover around here, chill, get the chorus for misbalance.
On top of that, yeah, Chromie on top of that, she pierces, right? Like, look at Anduin, is chilling in the back, but he's like...
Noob's going in.
And Noob's going in onto Anduin.
But Noob does die to Mephisto Hogger.
Yeah, but it's 1 for 2, the core is, yeah, the game is over.
I mean, it's an Immortal diff.
Is finding an extra kill, yeah, okay.
It's an Immortal diff, it's lost.
Yeah, the Immortal is actually, like, does so much damage.
Yeah, it's best objective in the game, yep.
Indeed, Immortal doing a lot of work here. And that's indeed, that's exactly like one of the reasons you usually want to have some raise on your team. It's not only because of the fighting that you can raise the Immortal, but also you'd like the damage to defend it, which was a big issue now for Lazer Sharks here, because they hit the Immortal, but they didn't do enough damage to finish it off before it kills the core.
Anyone here watches Master Clash, like used to when it was?
Yeah, some of it.
Because there was a game. It was like three-legged cat against Chili Mountain, where Chili Mountain got an Immortal. It was, I can't remember if it was a big Immortal. I don't think so. Like, it didn't have a big shield, and three-legged cat just wiped, like, mostly, like, got 4 kills for 0 on Chili Mountain. So they decided, like, yo, we'll just ignore the Immortal and push. And the Immortal, like, got the core down to 5% on its own, and then the surviving member of Chili Mountain just jumped over a wall and finished the game.
Yep, Immortal is still good. Confirmed.
Can't.
Did I watch that game? I don't remember. I may have. Anyway. First pick by Laser's chart, so Munchies get another map pick. It's gonna be like Shrines or Sky, I'd say. Maybe Sky. Sky would be interesting. Shrines is pretty fucking boring. So maybe this time Laser Sharks won't leave all the OTPs open. Oh, this Shrines. So we're going to the boring map. Pretty sad.
Sure, that was ONG.
Well, is Mila getting Chromie again? Any bets?
Yeah, I think we need to ban Garrosh. It's just too terrifying. Did you see what he did the first 2 games?
Of course, we gotta ban Garrosh. But they have first pick. They can just pick first pick Johanna, then Garrosh is even more useless. Like, they're going to first pick Johanna. They first pick Johanna every game.
But Garrosh is just too scary. We're gonna play against it.
The brown orc is too powerful. Quite unlucky.
It is quite interesting that, but actually, how did Munchies play Garrosh at all? Is that a question?
I don't remember them ever playing Garrosh.
It should be Griffiths coming back here though, because it's Infernal Shrine, so you want to draw Hogger bans.
Yep. No, I don't see any Garrosh games on Munchies this season. at all.
I wonder
Yeah,
why.
they banned it 8 times and it was banned 2 times against them.
Now for now it's 4 times so far, maybe 5.
And here you go. Griffiths is back.
Yep.
Who the
Indeed.
fuck is Master of 80k flaming Div 3 in Heroes Launch Chat?
Okay, let's do profile inspection. Gold 4. Okay.
Ah,
I use a Smurf, but still. Pretty funny.
What?
Anyway, I mean, Munchies are gonna try the same things again, like Chromie Vala, Joanna May. Maybe they're gonna make this game. Surely. No.
yeah, we learn from our mistakes. Now we can ban the heroes we should ban. Lasers are operational. Now, ready, I wouldn't argue with.
Alright, but it seems that both teams are ready, so we can go into the draft. Laser Sharks will have the first pick, as Munchies chose to bring us to Infernal Shrines for the third and potentially last map of the series.
I'd like to see Laser Sharks get their drafts together.
Yeah.
But I feel, I mean, no offense, but I feel like having a player that plays Eta Mephisto or Nazeebo or Anduin is like a big liability in draft.
To be fair, I don't think that's the problem that they're having. Like,
I mean, it's kind of part of the reason why their backline was so shit the first two, like the last 2 games, right?
yeah. But okay, they banned
Oh,
Chromie.
finally, ban Chromie, let's go.
They're learning.
I
Surely.
found out. Okay, Mephisto
Mephisto
banned.
again bad. It's fine on this map, I guess. I would
Probably going to be
expect it.
Varian next.
Varian. Well, yeah, probably. Are they gonna ban Garrosh or no? Or is it Hogger? Like, probably
Garrosh
should
should
be.
be. Should ban
Yeah,
Garrosh.
Garrosh is OP, yes,
First
definitely.
hero. Oh, please ban Hogger though.
I'd assume they're gonna first pick Johanna, or if they don't ban it, Hogger maybe. But I would guess they ban Hogger now. There's no way they don't, right?
Yeah. There's no way, right? Oh my fucking god, it's...
Why
They're
are they
actually
s-
living it.
Why are they banning Valera in the first rotation always? That's so. Have they never
Especially-
played Munchies before?
Actually, let me check. We'll investigate.
Varian ban goes out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hogger does get first pick, so John is gonna get picked by the Munchies most likely. What are they gonna do? John and Junkrat, I would guess. Or John and Vala.
Johanna Nazeebo.
John and Vala. I know. John and Vala, yeah. So that's,
Yeah.
they're
Lucio
just
is open, so I'm expecting to see a Lucio from Commissar.
Yeah.
Is
then,
this May again from Tom
Is it going to be May again? Please don't let me May. Oh my
Oh,
god.
it is.
It's May again. And we actually... yeah, we're running it
It's
back.
Tychus.
Surely this time May Tychus into John
Yeah,
and Vala
Tychus will work.
works.
Tychus will work, I swear. Laser Shack lost to Munchies in the regular season 2-1.
Yeah, what did they play in the game they won?
Let me check.
Look up ban. Reasonable.
They played
Yeah,
May.
yeah.
May Tychus, Nazeebo on Tomb.
Wait, oh, that's what they did on too, but they lost.
They lost.
Deckard goes out actually.
Yeah,
That's
this
good.
year is... Yeah, nice.
Yeah, actually, Stukov was taken away from Lukaku this time.
Yeah, I mean, in general, they just start doing a bit of a better job at taking away Otapis.
Yeah, they're learning. And
But
Haka,
They still are still stuck on May Tychus into Johanna, so might be rough for them. But
Okay,
maybe
let's
May
see
picks
the
Ice
Nazeebo
Form
now.
this time. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Nazeebo this time. Yeah. What other things does he play?
Anduin.
There we go.
Nazeebo, there we go.
This is actually just a run back on game 1, isn't it?
You're running it again. No, yeah, we have
Hogger this
we have
time.
Hogger this time. Okay, Zul.
Zul.
Holy
The
shit.
Munchies did play a lot of Zul in our semifinals. It was Mila actually. Like she doesn't get
Yeah, I
hurt,
think
she picks Zul.
Krifus played
Uh,
one Soul and one time on Mila, so
Yeah.
How is
They
it
were-
this game actually? I don't know.
guess it's fine. Like Taika, the tech.
You
Don't
can swipe the zombie wall.
You might run
Yeah,
into
I don't
issues
think
into
it's
me,
good.
I guess.
But maybe his striker and Micro are really good, obviously, but he's not good in fights. He's just gonna press his ult, and he's gonna go for poison ult, which I don't agree with ever. But
You should have picked... Actually, Mathael would have looked great here, maybe.
I don't think
But-
they play Malphite.
Yeah, I don't think they play it.
For Munchies, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Munchies. Like, it's like Soul, but better.
Yeah, if you have the blinds against Tychus and Devils, he pretty much doesn't care, I agree. Anyways, let's see how it goes. We again do see a triple melee comp from the sort of Munchies. We did see that in the semifinals already a little bit, right, Halka?
We did.
It's the frogs now.
We didn't lose because they played that. We lost because me and my team just ran it down every game, literally. So.
Indeed, let's see as we go into the
Yeah.
game between Munchies and Lazer Sharks, the potential last game of the series.
So,
No, you shouldn't say, like, put it that way. You should say that Laser Sharks have their backs against the wall and have to fight with their lives on the line to potentially take this game to a game 4 and maybe even the epic reverse sweep in grand finals of Division 3.
surely they can do that. Let's go, Sharks. Go get them. And yeah, on the left side, we have leading the series 2-0. Munchies with Mila on Zul, Lukaku on Deckard, Steptakula on Valadaga Sanchana, and Griefus on Dafhaka.
And on the side of Laser Sharks, we have Tampaboy on Mei again, Batsakoth on Hogger again, Plug on Tychus again, Commissary 16 on Anduin again, and Deckard Coin on Nazibo again. Which is, it's Fighter's Nazibo. We have a race car Dehaka, thank you, Griffiths. And actually on Soul, we have Backlash. I would have maybe liked to see, oh, that's a nice deck on Mei. I doubt shit dies.
I doubt it. They do kind of have no damage.
I would have liked to see the dodge on Soul. I felt like it would have.
Yeah, dodge is good. I'm a backlash enjoyer though. I'm a firm backlash enjoyer, so.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like I think dodge also dodges the spider attacks.
Does it? I mean, dodge is definitely good, especially if you're a foreman here. You're backlash one to shit, I think.
This is
But I'm still a backlash believer.
at least it. Nobody is on camp for either side. Okay,
Yeah, for
the
both
Munchies are
first,
just going for, which is fine.
I think they should have gone for the enemies. Like invade with their global hog. They see hog at top. It's a free fight here. But they decided to play it the safe way. Just get bot. Still free because they have a global pressure. Like it's really huge.
Yeah, actually, Soul might be in trouble if it gets stunned.
Yeah, but Tychus is blinded, so he's completely useless.
Tychus is a hero. Trust.
He is a hero, yes. Sorry. He will be a hero on 20, shortly.
Surely.
May misses
Actually,
again.
Hogger is in position to invade, but I mean, there's a Dehaka, right? That's a nice grenade though by Tychus. It's cool.
Everyone is 1 HP, and Munchies will secure their camp.
Griffiths has to dig though.
Again, Master Assassin, again, Anduin Quest, which I always disagree with, but people like it.
And this time it's triple melee, right? So it's maybe fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's game changing in any way.
Yeah.
I just
But
like
I mean,
the
I mean,
yellow root talent instead.
the auto attack one.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think you want to be too close to auto attack when you're playing against like Vale and like
Yeah,
this kind
sure.
of conflicts.
I'm
Like
not saying it's good. I'm not I never play healer, but I like it. It's fun. Look at the infinite roots.
I really like the Deckard build. It's a breath of fresh air because last time I casted a Deckard, it was fucking Ruby and Field
Yeah.
Study, and I wanted to pluck my eyes out.
True. I would definitely agree. This Deckard build is the based one. Now, Munchies do have a very substantial set start in the front. We're gonna get all of the first batch.
And on top of that, they have just a better shrine clear, I think. Like Soul.
Yeah. I mean, Tychus
They have the Haka pushing gun
but
as well.
then they have a Zul on the other side. And the top value is gonna be huge.
Oh boy,
because
he didn't.
Hogger- I think Hogger is playing here by being on the shrine.
Yeah, like the Haka is just getting infinite value top.
Yeah.
And Munchies, they don't really have to win this shrine on top of that. And
Yeah,
They can
Stein
actually,
doesn't
they're
have
staying.
enough to give up.
God.
Stop, that is actually going in, but he misses everything, loses all the HP.
The Deckard route plus like flashlight from Johanna actually like still 8
Still
skulls.
spinning
Yeah.
him. But he's hitting him! Hit the hogger!
I mean, we're going to win this thing, right? Griffiths is actually maybe
but he might
dead.
die. No. Third misclick this fight. Spiders on Vala. Spiders on grenade. Get the Vala. Oy, oy, oy.
Stacks.
It's tactical death to get less tactical so you can.
Yeah, it's a mana
relatively
base.
better. Hogger is getting a lot of push mid done. The High didn't get anything because he actually didn't just have lick instead of pushing.
True.
Probably
Probably wasn't needed.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I'd like to see the Munchies actually just right click the Hogger on the
Roots.
time. Like that is.
It's a lot of roots on Tampa Boy. Has to proc D. He might still die. No, okay, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Backlash takes too long. Sludge. Yeah. So far, nothing really substantial happening.
Actually, May going skating away on 7 and not Root Clans. Which, I mean, skating away is a very good talent, but there are like 19 roots on the enemy team. Like maybe Root Clans was decent.
Maybe. Well, the play this time around was to not pick May, but.
Yes, that's true.
Maybe this time he actually goes ice wall and hits the holds instead of trying to snowball and then doing nothing with it. Maybe.
Surely.
I wouldn't be sure though.
Me neither.
Ice wall with the
but,
shockwave into the Zebo stuff should be a fight with button.
Yeah, it's like it does the same thing as the Avalanche, but it has no cooldown.
Yeah.
Hogger with a nice flank though, but he only stuns her.
She's alone.
Does Johanna have T? Okay, she also dodges everything, so it does not matter.
Zula's going this build, which I respect. It's the build I go. When I play Zul in Quick Match, that's the only place I've ever played Zul. Let's shield. He is actually going to poison. I don't like the poison. I think it never does anything.
Oh, Ice Wall! We learns!
Wait, can't run! No!
I don't know why, but because there's like one in no, that's Shockwave the poke, Blessed Shield to counteract, and the sleep to follow up on Blessed Shield, that's how you do it, guys. But actually Tychus is still fucking dead.
That has a pretty good sleep, it hit everyone. It hit the
Yeah, and actually it stopped Anduin from pulling the Tychus immediately, which is pretty good actually.
It's a good sleep. But the Ice Wall interrupted it, but they
It's
only hit
probably
that.
dead, right?
Hogger is going to die, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a disaster.
it's heavy. Kills. What do we do with that? We don't have a wave on mid, so we cannot push. Somebody has to go top because we are losing Soak. Reckless is going.
Let's go. We don't need a wing, we have 2 minions. Plus they can't get anything anyway. Shockwave missing is really unfortunate.
Nikaku is pinging the hard camp like a maniac. Sol is pushing down bottom. He has to be careful though, the police is coming. But it's, the police is a maze, so you're probably not scared at all.
I really don't understand the Gargantua. Like, I see like this comp's only win con is the Spirit 20 on the big ice wall.
And now we can
Gargantua just doesn't do that.
ask the Mekaku, like we can now check what the Mekaku is, like the Munchies are doing for a lesson on how to delete an Anduin with Poison Nova.
That was all poison.
Actually, that's a super big sleep as well. We're going to get
die. It's another disaster.
Yeah, Tychus is also
gonna
dead.
die.
Yeah. I saw this. It's a thing. Fuck, May actually survive. His instant, his infinite tankiness, but it's a leg though by Griffiths onto May. Can we kill her?
There's no damage here. Vada is on the front for some reason.
Damage is gone.
So, yeah.
But actually, it was so grieved by the Munchies because, like, they had infinite, like they got 2 kills, so they had infinite times to get like the position on the shrine and just get it for free. But instead, they lost like the first half for free because they were like all over the map except on shrine. Oh, they're still never mind.
Or there's a potion.
Yeah, the shield is big. Another shield. And the
He
bull,
died
that's a
anyway.
fucking bull. Okay, still dies.
Nice low, yes indeed. John is camping. Gets
Yeah, I don't
stolen
think
though.
can do anything with that now. The Punisher will. I mean, we take the. Oh, that's a 3-man jump.
And
The
it's
root.
like
Look,
that
Commissar
one
16
shot.
into the. Oh no!
Enjoy the Punisher.
The Punisher damage through the
Gets
roof.
2 volleys in a row. Nice
Zoning
try.
sleep. So they cannot step up.
It's a very big zone.
Well, it's fine. He doesn't have cooldown.
Yeah, that's true. Nazibo almost done his spider request, surely it will be useful.
Yeah, even with Spider Quest, there surely be goes for cooldown.
So, what's his damage looking like? Pretty terrible actually, he has less than me. Okay.
Unfortunate.
Quite,
Oh my god.
quite unfortunate.
Oh, but he has double the damage of Anduin, so it has to be a very good performance. Now we have Furry on May. I don't like the stun at all. What's the point of it?
That was, I think it is pretty terrible. I don't know. Maybe they're just going next.
I think he
Yes.
also went
Oh.
for it last game. Okay, there's Ice
follow-up.
Roll.
No follow-up though.
Light Bomb the book. Literally did nothing, and now comes Blessings. Bless Shit on the backline. May just gets fucking drilled by 3 people and their Blessings auto-attacking her. But nobody
Yeah.
dies.
Nobody dies is kind of a trend of these fights.
No, but I mean, nobody dies, but
Hmm?
every ult was pressed for the red team, while Munchies still have Sleep, they have Nova, they have
Wait,
Isolation.
actually, they Odin before the shrine. That's
Yeah.
pretty great. Wait, I don't.
Oh, and Anduin is of course. Going to get... Oh no, he barely dodges the route, he might be fine.
John is useless, so
Johanna...
he might be fine.
Wait, Johanna may be dead now.
Yeah.
She doesn't have
She chased by herself. What a poison though! Look at that. It's very good.
instant. It's fucking them.
But I really hate these people who only play this Mage Johanna type of tanks. Like, what's wrong with them? How can they do that? Ah. So fucking boring to watch and to play.
I mean, again, right, there is... Like, Johanna is a tank that you can still, like, play super aggressively, you know? Like, the moment you see somebody, you, like, Blast Shield them, and,
Yeah. Once
like,
every
you use
60
your-
seconds.
like, you use... Yeah, exactly, like, you use your D to run in and not to get out. Like, you can have a lot of fun playing the hero, but nobody does it.
True. But you can also pick a real tank.
True!
Yeah,
You can click Diablo, and then you are the Giga Chad.
yep,
There is no going back button.
Or the Beetle, or Muradin. And you E in on both of them, of course.
Yeah, the E with the slow on 7.
You don't. I don't pick that talent. I can hit my Q's out at Copium, surely. Well, next shrine, Lazer will be able to get 16 in time for a day of all their ults. Have a chance to win it. We also have a fort there, and their top lane is pushing for them, so they will be able to get a favorable position on it. Unless Hogger decides to clear another bot wave, in which case they won't.
And she's... Wait, no, they're not even winning the position. The Haka is pushing down. He's
Yeah.
he's
Hey, this
pushing
is... I've made it a combo this game, by the way.
He's stealing infinite skulls though with that.
Sure, I think that's it.
Is the Haka. The sleep is interrupted by Hogger. Very nicely done. Like, look at this, it's a PP on the screen.
That's
Extended.
this.
It's a nice light though. Nice
Yeah,
wall as
bro.
well. Oh, insane. Chopping the May. Who is this massive player on the Munchies? Oh, wait.
Hey, if Ice Walls keep hitting only one person, they just try to lose.
But they did make the funny symbols. So.
They did. Very funny. Quite hilarious.
Yeah. And here comes May. Actually, they're all dead.
Yes.
Okay, no, actually, they're
You can
not.
tell that sleep is all. Yeah, they're probably dead.
Oh,
trying
we
to
woke up Tychus with flashlights. I think the Haka
We'll
had
go to
big.
the shrine and the rest push. No? I guess not.
Surely now we. So, sorry.
Why is Valak going in the shrine?
Tanasha has nothing else to do, I suppose.
I feel like they could just hit the wall here. They see all
I don't know,
the
yeah,
walls,
it's
right?
scary, right? Because it's still 44, like it's...
Yep,
still
you see them all
44
mid
in
and
this
you see Hulk pot. You can for sure just walk up.
I mean, if they're mid, you know, like they're just one flank away.
Yep.
I respect it. Like if they, you see all of them bot left, yeah, sure. Okay, on the
Sure.
bot camp, by the way.
That means he's gonna
But,
be
the
insanely
Haka
late for
knows.
defense. I don't think he knows.
Haga doesn't know.
He left anyway.
Hogger,
Okay.
Hogger left. No
Uh,
time for this.
If the Haka is able to stall the Hogger rotation, it's huge. Then it's interesting.
Hogger is a sneaky picky, like, he didn't even base. Why didn't he base? Like, he's just walking from bottom. Is that tilt? I like, that has to be tilt.
I don't know. But Punisher is getting decently defended. All ults are out. Munchies don't want to pull the trigger. They just want
They
to
don't
get
have
20.
a wave, so it's kind of sketchy to get in.
They're just getting 20 now. Respectable, but boring.
See, ends to flame. We don't want to see people doing the right play.
Yeah. 20 now, so they're gonna just put what, I guess. That's the angle. Actually, all
Nice
these
poke
20s
from
are
the
insane,
second.
except the Zul one.
What is this? Attack is 13 actually now. Like if we go Gradient 16, why don't you just go? I don't know.
What?
Anything else?
What
I
are
guess
they
13
doing?
is.
Did the Haka 30?
Oh, the attack is 13. I don't. I mean,
Ah, the tank is 13.
want to go on, like. Why do you
What
pick
else
this
is
and then
it?
not
I
Q?
guess, I guess spell armor.
Ah, spell armor is not bad at all.
Yeah.
Like, it fucks with Soul, it fucks with the Haka,
Yep.
and even Vala actually.
And you can use spell armor and Odin, which is probably the best thing. But Munchies 20s are really powerful. Like Vala can do whatever she wants. Dagger Sleeve is insane.
Sure, she went
ISO is
to,
insane. The Johanna 20 is also really strong.
yeah. The sleep is a win team fight.
Eventually. Odin gets popped. I don't think you like care. Vala can just
I think
keep
you're
it.
even happy with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Nazebo is oh,
I felt like they could have stayed here and kept like sieging with Vala. She outranges it. So
I don't think she outranges Odin, though.
now they keep.
Yeah, but she gets right to death by Odin. So.
They're gonna keep saying slow. Odin will run out eventually, and now you're getting this useless hard count.
I mean,
So I guess
now
you
they can.
denied it, but it's actually.
They just stole that Odin and now they can push mid, I guess.
Yeah, good.
Oh, the next Punisher is mid. So if you manage to get enough damage on this,
You're not gonna
if
be
you
able
try to get
beat-
enough damage on this, you...
They're going back bot.
By the way, Vala, yeah,
Stacks. You will be able to get it eventually.
I'm sad Vala didn't go Acrobat. It's fun.
Yeah, but range is too powerful to not ever pick, so.
Blessed Shield so far from her teammates that even Vala doesn't have range, but it still forces pull for some reason. So.
Yeah, it's good. Just press it on cooldown. That's how Blessed Shield works.
Also, don't underestimate Acrobat with Death Dealer. Like you actually.
I guess into the enemy goblet has no way to punish me. Sure, you can go Acrobat.
Wait, why you?
Huh?
What's punishable about Acrobat?
That you don't have range, and their tank
But
can
it's
engage
just-
on you.
That's just Vala usual, right? Like that's how you played the game the last 20 levels. So. And on top of that, like you even are more safe than the rest of the 20 levels because you have 19.
I mean, sure, but you're still less safe than the other
It's
ones.
not as impressive as range.
Yeah, range is just.
And
That
Lukaku
can
just
go
walking
in.
in like a Giga Chat again. That's
Shockwave. The shockwave have
Shockwave.
been really bad this game. I feel like.
And in the meantime,
Yeah,
Mei
it's
catches
gonna
all
die.
of the. Yeah, she got all the poison novas.
Poison Novas takes so long to do damage that he won't die. I think. Landed
Let's
has a
shield
heal.
and die, guys. And Mei is
Maybe they
no,
just
Mei
doesn't heal
finally
her?
died. And in the meantime, Mira is destroying the Taikosaden.
Yeah.
That's
There's
a
a
nice
big
pull
heal
there.
die, but no lick. They're just gonna get the shrine now. Fall back to it.
Hogger doesn't want to die.
It's fine.
So
However,
fact,
Munchies
actually,
can play
might-
safe here.
Might catch the Haka, okay.
Nah, it's fine.
Just 16. So
Their core is in trouble. There's 2 catapults in the camp. Munchies should be able to get this right on the back to defend. The catapults are griefing! Look at them!
they're hitting the.
They're not hitting anything.
Wait, what the fuck? Blizzard, please. Okay, but now the minions, the heroes, they will push the catapults.
Now the core is dying. Munchies have to lay backs and it's over.
Yeah, Mila is very low. Griffiths is dead.
Griffiths is gonna die. They have to keep going. Their core is gonna die, I think. After this minion wave is cleared by the Caddis, then the core will start taking insane damage.
Yeah, Dekarcoin is trying to base.
While the Caddis is still stuck.
Oh my fucking god. Blizzard! Oh my god, the
It could have done a
core
lot
is
more
up.
damage if the Caddis weren't stuck.
Does
It
this
could
still
have
end?
ended.
Actually?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I feel Munchies could have committed and they stole their backs and just they get revenge, I think.
Yeah.
But did they on their KDA players?
That looks like a dead. Wait, actually, it's very defendable since everybody is everybody based. And actually, bot lane is going to be a problem very soon again. Like there's no other catapult and one coming.
Like Hogger isn't interested in bot lane at all. Wow, she should really push it out at least a bit.
Maybe they feel like they have to try and win with this push, but it's
They can't win with this push. It's impossible. Unless you hit an enormous high swell, of course, but that's so far not happened in the 2 main games, so... And Nazeebo?
I mean, one of the main games didn't count. Okay, Nazeebo is full.
I mean...
Mikaku is in the middle of everyone, is going to die.
Is he? Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Maybe he gets to sleep off, but...
May died somehow, but yeah.
Wait, the Poison Nova
What?
missed us!
He's 2 HP.
Ah, fucking Poison Nova. Ah.
Meanwhile, top keep is dead.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of an over... Like, they're desperate, I guess. But
2 more catapults on bots. Have to deal with those.
yeah, and now Munchies can get the whole map.
Not looking good.
There's-
On top of that, like it's so bad that they lost both side keeps. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
mid is the one keep that you're fine with losing. It's also the one keep that's alive and full HP.
It's a pretty precarious position for the Laser Sharks here. Maybe they can find a way to bring it back. Wait, the Zeba didn't even go ult 20, which means the Wombo isn't even good. So,
This is good damage, right?
it is, but I don't think good damage will win you this game.
What
still
wins the
behind.
game is a Christmas miracle.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But you know, it's the season. Like it's the best moment to hope for a Christmas miracle.
Yeah. Maybe they can do it, maybe they can do it.
She's probably looking for a backdoor on battle, or maybe just to pick on Hogger. That's cute if it is.
I don't think Hogger has any reason to go through there, so I doubt they will kill him. Maybe. That is baiting the
Okay,
most
but it's actually okay. Best shield, Lick, attackers gets pulled out.
Ice walls. Oh,
I
that's
saw-
Ice wall them, hey, but it does nothing. Poison of also
Damage from the
nothing.
Poison Nova though. Look at that.
Yeah, the damage like goes out. It takes 2 minutes to do the damage. It's crazy. Slow it is.
Attackers, Hogger has a
Hogger?
nice flank. It's looking good. Oh, Shockwave 5 man, it's insane.
absolutely enormous. But
Attackers are dead.
probably Johanna will die.
They almost take damage. Okay, Johanna will maybe die? Question mark? Maybe not?
Should die.
Surely she
It's
died.
illegal not to die.
She's not dead. Griffiths is base.
She's gonna-
Okay,
she's
no,
gonna-
she's
Hogger?
wait, what?
Okay, she goes.
It would have been a crime otherwise. Nazeebo has to defend core again because it almost lost all the shields to catapults.
Yeah.
I feel you
Catapults
push.
didn't grief the bot lane. I feel like this game was over there.
And on top of that, like, this still has to be a 4v4, right? Nazeebo has to babysit bottom.
Yeah. And like the Haka can just pressure it. He has
Yeah,
global.
exactly, that's what I was about to say. The Haka just goes bottom. And
I don't think they're in time. Are they backdooring actually?
they might. I think they win if they do. Like, they have blessings on Deckard, right?
Yeah, it should be free.
They just
Especially
need
Zul
to...
just runs in right now and into the track. Why is he running bot?
Yeah, he's not going the right way. Tech is already based.
Yeah, okay, it's not gonna be a thing then. Alright.
Yes, and... Where is it? 3v3.
Shifu and Mei are not there. It's probably doable, but like nobody's delaying back, so it's not doable.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, gets rooted.
Well,
That's
dark.
on. Oh, we lick the Gargantuan. The hack. Valla is just hammering the keep.
What's going on here?
Hogger is so slow on the shrine because it's the top shrine, right? It's like the
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
shrine for Hogger to clear. Ice
Hogger's
Wall
also slow and
misses.
gonna
Lick on Mei, I don't think she
try.
dies.
No.
Mei got pulled. That's another pull committed by a Commissar. A Commissar is very aggressive with his pulls, and sometimes it's very good, and sometimes it's very. That's a third keep for the. They're not pressuring core.
Siege the core. That might be the angle for them. They have all their ults up. Odin is up though also, so they might just leave. Yeah, they're leaving.
And there
This
is a
game's
frozen
gonna be
Punisher.
infinite.
Actually. It's a frozen Punisher topside. You have to respect that. Maybe you don't want to.
Still strong, but
Wait,
there's nothing here.
Hogger is showing. Oh, you actually fed this. Blessed?
Any blessed? Saving for next game?
Yeah.
Huh?
That one is rooted.
Still saving blessed for
Hogger
next
is
game?
here now. Catapults on core. Can we delay the backs? No, we have other plans.
We don't like the lane backs this game.
That was game as well. I swear, if the Munchies does this game,
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty funny.
please don't tell me it's going to. It's becoming more likely by the minute.
Yeah. And surely they can't lose versus a 32% core and no keeps. Surely. Nazebo scaling is real, I guess.
You can feel the pressure. Like I'm pretty sure, like they're all like super shaky, sweating and stuff.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
I'm pretty sure if this was any other game, like any other match and at any other point in the season, the game would have been like over 10 minutes ago.
Maybe.
But since this is like the one game, right, for the season, it's a massive sneak in Mikaku though. It's Drew, Tabak gets deleted. Here comes Johanna in the backline. Is this the end? Pull on Deckard Coin. We have less. No, we don't.
That has risk of a
Okay,
second that.
Yeah.
Shauna,
Just
scientific movement speed this game. I love you.
Yeah, and okay. Oh, what? The Hogger stun is insane though. Deleting the Haka is pinning at Mikaku. Mikaku is in big trouble.
Shockwave goes out. Okay,
It's
can this
very interesting
game is
play.
over now?
Okay, this game is finally over, right? Surely.
Yeah. It has to be over. No way.
Commissar is calling GG.
The Zebo defense just is strong. He's strong and powerful.
Oh, Nasibo.
The
The spiders.
They're kind of melting.
Spiders actually getting destroyed by the spiders. That's one kill. Okay, another one now. Okay, stab.
And Mikaku's gonna die, but I think
Stab has this. The Munchies
over.
3-0 clean. Sweet.
well, almost clean, except for this game.
Almost clean. This
What?
game, you know, like you have the nerves, you have the pressure, like
Yeah, what game number 3 here between Munchies and Laser Sharks. So damn, Laser Sharks making a long stand, making a good one. But it's not enough as Munchies secure the 3-0 victory. Yeah, as you mentioned, the catapult spot lane, they were a huge issue for the Laser Sharks. That's why Globals are insane, including the Haka, for example.
Well, that's correct. I have the Haka though, someone. You don't have to do that.
Oh.
Anyway, that was okay.
congrats to the Munchies. They win. We were expecting a banger of a series, and here they come and just sweep 3-0.
I mean, they did have a very good edge in drafts here. They were
Yeah,
well prepared.
for sure.
And there's just cut that in Garrosh. Yeah. Well, all played to them, I guess.
We get to interview them, right?
Do we? I don't know. I guess they do.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
we get an epic winner interview of the
Wait, actually,
Munchies.
actually, we didn't pause. Makaku's internet.
True, Mikaku is smurfing the connection as well. All of our bets went off the window. We lost.
Indeed. So let's just drag him in.
Yo.
There we go.
Yo.
Congratulations, Mikaku
Congrats.
and Mila from the Munchies coming here to join us for a winner's interview.
Thank you.
Okay.
And yeah, of course, before we start with the normal part of the interview, we of course have a few words as well coming in from the upper echelons of Heroes Lounge, from the board, the Lounge Master, of course. They have sent us to also deliver a message to you. Congratulations. Also a big thanks to Lazer Sharks. It was an insane series between you two. Even though it says 3-0, it's definitely not the story of how it looked in the end. Especially this game number 5 was pretty good. Congratulations to you.
Number 5.
From game number 3. Congratulations to you, of course, and thank you for playing in Heroes Lounge. Also a big thanks to Smokey, who admined us for this series, and you will get some medals or some pins. I'm not 100% sure at the moment, but you will get some reward, of course, for winning season 19, and someone will get in touch with you. It's probably gonna be Cosmic, Tiny Owl, or someone from those to sort out all the shipping and everything. Thank you so much for playing.
I'll be on the lookout.
All right, then going on. Game number 1. You got your Chromie. How was the confidence when you got those 2 picks?
To be honest, we were a bit scary when we got all our picks that we usually play. So we were like thinking they might have something for us, but we worked out fine. The first game at least.
Yeah, the second one got a bit dicey, right? Like, you were fine at the start, and then some incident happened, and then you started to like lose ground, but you pulled through in the end. How did you feel?
We were just clumping up way too much, and there's so much to punish it. Like, we knew the Mephisto was very dangerous, but we thought this was PoE. We could get away with it, but it was only just barely we got away with letting them pick Mephisto there.
Yep. So, here's a question. Why do you think they banned Garrosh 2 games in a row? Is there any insights? In that case, because I haven't seen you play Garrosh this season, so...
It's fair
Is
to
this
say
like
our tank doesn't even own Garage, so we actually do not know.
Okay, so it's not a secret scrim thing or anything. It's just...
Not at all.
Maybe they were scared of Stab picking 4-man Garrosh and just flipping them all over the place.
Maybe. I don't think we've ever seen Stat play Garage that much either, so...
yeah.
And game 3, actually, we were wondering how were the nerves at the end, because we feel like there was 95 angles, like different ways you could have finished the game, like before level 35. But like it didn't happen. Like you played very scared almost, and like you weren't able to. I mean, you still won, so congrats. But like, was it due to nerves, or was it because like a grand plan to play it safe?
It's a lot more simple than that. We kind of just didn't notice the catapults on the core. So by the time we saw it, it was too late to go core. So it was a bit sloppy of us, but at least the minions kind of gave us the win in the end.
To be fair, those minions were griefing. There was 2 catapults for a long time that weren't attacking because they were stuck.
They were standing behind the Khazras, cuddling them from behind instead of hitting the core. It looked pretty funny, actually.
It's going to get fixed next patch. Don't worry.
Of course.
All right. Any plans from the Munchies for next season already, if I may ask?
Do you have any plans, Mila? I don't have any.
And you're the captain, you're supposed to have plans.
True. Just Division 2 looks very scary. Because we know some teams from last season, from Division 3, that moved up. And they have had a hard time, it looks, from the scoreboard. So hopefully it won't be the same with us. But we're also kind of happy, though, of course, finally being promoted from Division 3.
Good luck. Sure, they'll be able to join you up there next season. Or then the season after, I would guess.
Yeah, we'll count on it. We're very lucky to win against you guys. So
Finally,
Lucky, we ran it down against you. How is that lucky on your part? Anyway.
I think
you'll even get to farm me next season, probably.
And probably me as well, so.
Oh,
We're
oh, we
going to
can't,
have a fucking party in Div 2.
we can't wait to spank you all.
Can't wait to it.
Good luck with that. I'll make
Let's
sure
see.
to win Div 3 next season to join. Yeah?
sounds good.
Big
be waiting
meetup
for
in
you.
Div 2 next season, guys. So.
You know what, Hakan? We will not, we will not win Division 2 on purpose just to wait for you. I swear. We did that for
Sorry, you
you.
did it on purpose.
Yeah, sure, it's on purpose. We did that for you.
If there's a Div 2 team next season called Waiting for Halcon, we definitely know why.
I can submit the name to my teammates, but I doubt they'll accept.
Alright, then a big thank you to you, to the Munchies in general, and also to you two joining us for the winners interview. Any last shoutouts you want to do before we close out the stream?
I think Mil has one especially shout out to a certain someone, right?
I do.
The cat.
No, that's Mark Griffiths probably would do that.
We have to have a semi-captain who's the cat who always is the ever skill talking with us in a way.
Yeah, I think I do remember hearing a lot of good about Mila's cats.
Yeah,
It's a nice cat.
That good.
But that's about it for us. So thanks for having us, and see you guys next season. Then.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That's
Bye.
okay.
Alrighty, as we're done with the interview, Munchies 3-0ing Lazer Sharks. We all three gonna go away for now. And we have 3 different people taking our spots here. Yeah, we have 2 different castles coming in. I'm playing for once in the finals. Thank you all, Kanavala, for joining me here for this beautiful Division 3. It was a 3-0, was short, but you know, not everything is about length, I hear.
Yeah, size does not matter.
Yeah, any last words from you two before we turn off the stream and head over, give it over to other people?
My team is now suggesting we play May offlane because they were impressed by how powerful May was, so that's good. Surely they're being serious.
I mean, try to lock it next season and see how they react.
We'll see.
I see Hige is sending some very cryptic messages in the chat. Do you have any insight on how to decode that?
No, absolutely not.
Nobody knows what's going on in the head of this crazy. I think he's Dane, right?
He's Danish, yes.
Yeah, you have this crazy Danish person. I have one in my own team as well, so I'm lucky, I guess. Thank you for joining me, Kanavala. We're gonna head off to the break screen. Soon we will have 2 more people coming over, taking over, Malo and Yosh. Malo also casting quite a few of the Division 2 semifinals and playoffs in general. Division 2 in general, so he also brings in a lot of insight onto that, and Yosh the noob, of course. As always, just being Yosh, hating
Yosh
on
is a
their
Yosh.
Haka and Infernal Shrines, because, you know, it's just Yosh. So, thank you all for joining so far, and see you later.
Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye!
Yeah.
Bye-bye.